So, any questions or thoughts? Feedback?
We were talking earlier about the first combative student. I'm currently at Career Arts Magnet in the program.
Mm-hmm.
How do you change that from like a kindergarten? It looks like very elementary school kind of way to do it. How do I go from that to a high school setting? Because I can't be like, well, do it at recess. They never leave that classroom, but they work through lunch, so they don't have a minute in their day that they're not working.
Okay.
So how do I do that, the bargaining almost thing?
Right. Well, they ultimately have responsibility. So you can actually have a middle school or high school student sit there for days and not do their work, right?
Yeah.
You can't make them do their work, guys. You can't. And it's up to motivation. So you know what? I would try to find something that they're interested in. Notice things that they might be interested in and say, you know what, look, I recognize that something's going on. Why don't you take a break? Model breaks for them. We used to do that in the classroom all the time. We would say, you know what, I need to take a break. Guys, I'll be right back. And we go sit down. We take deep breaths, process, doodle on a paper. So we're modeling the skills we want them to use. But you can say, God, you know what, Tom, I noticed something's going on right now. Why don't you just go take a break? It's okay. Don't worry about this right now. And then come back and say, you know what? I recognize that this is difficult for you, but let's figure out a way to solve the problem. If he doesn't say anything, go away. Walk away. He's not ready yet. Come back and say, you know what? Gosh, I really would love to help you. Just let me know when you're ready. Walk away. Again, you cannot force a child or an adult, a grown adult, to deal with something that they can't. And obviously, if he's not wanting to do it, he can't deal with it right now. There's no motivation, and particularly no internal motivation. So I would just say, let it be. The natural consequences, he doesn't graduate, but you can't control and make those decisions for anybody. I can't make them for them. And that's sometimes hard to swallow because we want to be their saviors.
It's comforting because it takes a lot of pressure off you.
Yeah, it does. But think about it, our superintendents and our administrators, and that's why I promote Love and Logic, is I try to get them to understand that we're all human. My superintendent can't make me do something. He can't. He might not see this video, right? He can ask me, but you know what? I'm going to be much more willing to do it because 3 weeks ago, he came up to me and said, you know what? I want you to go back and look at this. I went back and looked at it, brought it back to him, grant-wise, and the next thing I know, I get an email saying, great job. Okay, that's all it took. So the next time he saw me, he asked me, would you consider this? And I said, sure. Because I had a poker chip. I was willing to start taking more risks. So find anything outside of school to build these kids' poker chips. It has nothing to do with academics right now. If he's good in one subject, though, incorporate it and let him teach the kid and build those poker chips. Okay? So even if you have to take a poker chip and stick it in your pocket every day and remind yourself that the first and foremost important thing is to build those poker chips. All right? And help decrease this. Because eventually it'll settle back down, right? And you can open it up without exploding. If you go in there and you try to make this start where you want them to start, they're going to explode. And then where have you got? No. So, any more questions? Great question, man. Great question.